What's up, everyone? Brian here from Exact IT. Welcome to our second day of Cybersecurity Awareness Month. Today is October 2nd, 2020. I wanted to come to you today to bring you a quick video about something that was just released from the Treasury Department that affects a lot of things that are going on within the ransomware space. It's very common for companies, A, to pay the ransom, and number two, it's very common that when bigger attacks happen, or when a company who has cyber insurance has an event, the insurance companies then initiate their ransomware negotiating teams. These are experts who, on the behalf of the victim, will go in and they will start engaging with and speaking to the criminals who put the ransomware on the network of the victim. This has become a very common practice. Negotiating the ransom down is also a very common practice. But here we go yesterday with the government muddying the waters even more around such a mystifying thing that is happening right now with businesses and technology. Companies are being victimized by ransomware, and they're just doing their best to try to get back up and running. And when they evaluate the business risk and what their options are, a lot of times paying the ransom is the quickest way to get back up and running. It's not what we're recommending here, but we're just evaluating the past breaches that have happened, let's say, in the last 12 months. And these are the common things that we are seeing when these events go down. And here at Exact IT, we don't recommend anybody pay the ransom. You got to do everything you can to make sure that you aren't putting yourself in a position where you're going to be ransomed. Understanding that, yes, your files can be encrypted, but your data can also be stolen. So if you're not doing a lot of things around data loss prevention, you're also setting yourself up from being extorted, not through ransomware, but through the fact that somebody else has your data and now they're going to hold that over your head until you pay them money. So what the Justice Department, or what the Treasury Department said yesterday, is that ransomware victims that pay could incur steep fines from Uncle Sam. And it goes on to say companies victimized by ransomware and firms that facilitate negotiations with ransomware extortionists could face steep fines from the U.S. federal government if the crooks who profit from the attack are already under economic sanctions, the Treasury Department warned today. So we kind of already knew this with other attacks, that companies who pay the ransom could face, they do risk themselves getting charged by Uncle Sam because they are simply paying somebody who is now on the U.S. federal government list of countries that you cannot do business with. And when you send money to these entities that are in these countries, you are now effectively breaking the law by conducting this transaction. Now, who conducts these transactions? In my experience, when a negotiation is taking place, that's usually initiated by an insurance company or somebody hired a cyber security company who has experience with ransomware negotiation to come in. And what the Treasury Department is saying is that if any companies that facilitate ransomware payments to cyber actors on behalf of victims, including financial institutions, cyber insurance firms, and companies involved in digital forensics and incident response, not only encourage future ransomware payment demands, but also may risk violating OFAC regulations. So this basically puts any cybersecurity company on alert that gets involved with ransomware negotiation. It also puts any company on alert, and any financial institution or cyber insurance company that may engage in these types of activities while helping their clients. So it's a huge, stark warning from the government that you shouldn't be doing this stuff. And there are consequences after the fact if you do. So The article goes on to say as financial losses from cyber crime activity and ransomware attacks in particular have skyrocketed in recent years, the Treasury Department has imposed economic sanctions on several cyber criminals and cybercrime groups, effectively freezing all property and interests of these persons who are under U.S. jurisdiction, obviously, and making it a crime to transact with them. So there are a number of groups. Those groups are the North Korean Lazarus group. There's 2 Iranians that are thought to be tied to the SamSam ransomware. Evgeny Bojachev, the developer of CryptoLocker and the purported CEO of Evil Corp, they are also on this list. So if any of these organizations happen to encrypt your company's data, you are also dealing with the fact that you're dealing with a entity that has been labeled by the U.S. government as a criminal entity or a sanctioned entity or country, and you cannot conduct any financial transactions with them, or you are breaking the law. So I just wanted to get this quick video out there to you because this is a very common thing that we're seeing around cybersecurity. So that it being Cyber Awareness Month, I wanted to bring this to everyone's attention. I have a lot of friends that actually do these kinds of things in the business. So honestly, this is more for you guys. But I just want to let every business out there know what they're up against. And if they happen to become a victim and then somebody comes in and says, hey, we can help you, we can negotiate with you, make sure you know who the criminal is on the other end that you're dealing with. And make sure you know that they're not one of the sanctioned entities that the U.S. Treasury Department may consider somebody that you should not be conducting any financial transactions with. So look forward to bringing you more videos this month. If you learned anything here, you liked anything I said, hit the like button down below, and maybe you'll consider subscribing to our channel. And also remember, we're giving away a $200 Amazon gift card to anyone who subscribes to our channel. We're going to do that at the end of Cybersecurity Awareness Month. We're going to have that drawing. So you have plenty of time to get in on it, and we look forward to bringing you more content real soon. Take care, everyone.